press button now because welcome back to the grind session of Final Fantasy XIV's Job Stones. Last time we only did a singular one of toto-rak because I was feeling absolutely shite. Happens to the best of us. Happens to the blurst of us. Blurst of us? Damn monkeys ruining my script. Wait, I have a script. While I'm trying to make a Simpsons reference and botching it very much so. And, chest pain. Not the first thing to have all of a sudden as we're about to start a stream. But well. Anywho's, we are in. Yes, we're in Making Sands, Strathclyde Bay at the moment. Why are we here? Oh yeah, guys, the hunting look. So yeah, we did like A1 of toto-rak. We have access to the hint chapter now. We'll have to do another one of toto-rak. Still more hunting log in order to get to Hawkeye though. So I might refrain from Vomitage for a moment and work on something else. Well, we are in Older moment. Or Valorant, so I mean, Purgilist. Also, while we're here, might as well just double check. I don't know what I'm doing with that portrait. What the hell? But yeah, Summoner has a bunch of shenanigans there. So sadly, we will have to make an. I think we have to make a new portrait for Scholar. I think maybe. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, good. And we haven't even bothered making one for Paladin. Hooray! So yeah. Since we are level 6, we should probably check to see if we've got a quest. We do not have it actually accepted. We're going to have to fly on over to Aldo and pick it up. Harder than rock. Tougher than steel. Punching people in the face very hard. A novel concept that one may enjoy. Especially if, say, taking out your anger on other people is something that you pleasantly choose to do, and in which case, do be careful, don't want to get the rest of your assault now, do you? But, yeah. So, while we're doing this, a little bit of a story. Yesterday, of course, I complained about seagulls being loud, bleeding, ear-hurting loudness. And then, after the Persona 5 Extreme, fun game, I must say, a fun time we had. 4 long hours of me playing a game and all that. I just came out there and just had Western servers, so literally that day. So hey, quick on the update there for once in my life. More importantly, right after the stream, I go outside. Doesn't matter where I was going, doesn't matter what the plan was. Point being, I was on a bridge, and if you know where I live, you know which bridge that would most likely be. Well, there's a few actually. And I got shot on by a bird. No, quite literally, a bird shitted on me. I don't know from where high up in the sky. I don't know which bird it was. If it was a fucking seagull, then I'm going to bet that it was one that I shouted at earlier in the day. And quite frankly, ruined my evening. I'm probably still feeling the effects of it in terms of stress. So, harder than rock, hey? Come on! Enough of talking about budget. I'm on the Guildmaster. You've been training hard, Chris. Aye. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up is in order. For this, I've scattered some guild across Older. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja warband on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it is essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had battled yourself. So despite the fact that he's gone and dropped all his money all over the place, at the end of the day, his point is correct. if you, say, were training to be an MMA fighter, you would need stamina. That would be an important facet to have, because otherwise you could run the risk of, oh wow, in the first round you like are super fast, you hit every punch really well, you didn't get the knockout, but like this round is yours. Like if it goes to decision, the judges will easily go, yep, no, that round you won, that round 100%. Cue round 2 and you're absolutely spent. You throw a punch and it all just gives out due to no stamina, and your opponent's just like, oh well, okay, and just does the most simplest punch ever that just knocks you out for 6, and then it's all over. And then Dana White gets to go, oh my god, how much money did I spend on this fucker? They're so bad. So, you know, it's worth keeping that in mind. But as you can see, this quest is a simple one. Just head this way to the Hermitage Guild, pick up the coins, and then head over towards this bit. So, you know, a simple enough objective to begin with for our purgilist activities. Why, one of the coins happens to be right by these dancers. Are we sure that he left it there as part of my training, or did he throw it at one of these Mikote dancers? I'm just saying. And then there's one in the quicksand. At least it's not like on like a counter where it's like potential. You could potentially be like, hang on a second, this feels like you paid a tab and then wanted me to just get the money back before they deposit it into like whatever counts as a register in this world, which is not a good idea. But nonetheless, a simple objective: we run around aimlessly. Hooray! Or rather, we do a bit of a back and forth, like a bit like a pendulum, as it were, that swings back and forth, back and forth. I gotta say, with CFLive, no, not gonna spoil anything, but I understand why it's synergy and not like confidants or social links or anything like that, because you know, it makes sense. Besides, if they add anyone out, if they add any new characters, then it automatically makes things a bit harder, because you can't come up with a talent for every single one, and hell, some might end up overlapping way too much. Oh boy, I can't wait for the 6th Death Talent card in a row, you know. 500 gil? Crikey, this is a good week's worth of... I mean, well done, Chris. Now that you've all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Fairyland. There you'll find 4 large stones. The trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot-shine combo. Their impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes, after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. Remember this, strikes bring down opponents. It's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now, off you go, Chris, and good luck. Indeed, luck will be all that we get from Harmon, as now we just go off to punch from the watch. And day has dawned here in Fairyland, just like in the real life. Day had certainly occurred. Here's the thing, I get up, I'm just eating breakfast, I'm just thinking like, okay, well I could try and make a JoJo reference out of a thumbnail. I could see if there's any transparent screenshots of the current big bad. I mean, it's like, at the same time, I'm not gonna just outright go, yep, here's the big bad, straight up, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know what to do with some of the thumbnail ideas I have in my head sometimes, because it's like, because there are times when, actually, the first one's over here. We can do them in any order, but the point is, use boot shine on it. Then, this, can't use it. Here's this with boot shine. There we go. 1 stone, 2 stone, 3 stone, 4 stone. No one ever expects rule of 4. Thankfully, the smell I've got in my hair now is that of just a random shampoo. So it's probably not even mine. I don't know whose it is actually. Whose shampoo did I use? Okay, well, while I consider who I managed to steal from, in a probably understandable sense this time, let's head back to the Persia still. Ugh. I hate how there's like all of the different products you can use in a shower. All say, oh, avoid eye contact. But then you remember, you wash your hair, water flows into your eyes because of your hair. It's just like, well, fuck. So yeah, that's fun, having it all go into the eyeballs. Huh, I wonder why my eyes have deteriorated over the years. It's certainly not because of computer screens, no! It must be because I'm shite at using shower products. Man, I'm sounding more and more pathetic as the day goes by. And Armand's having a good laugh at the story. Oh, all I have to do with the Earthspites. So you've given the Earthspites what for? Well done, Chris. By smiting stone and earth, you forged unyielding weapons of your fists. Or whatever the brass knucks that we're using. You're a nigh endless fount of figure, Chris. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. And enter Lalafell. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course he's promising. He's training under Hamon Holy Fist. That's our Master Hamon. Chris, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Toto. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Harmon's right hand. Though there's still much and more I have yet to learn together, let us strive for mastery of our art. Indeed. We shall. Toto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but... Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Chris's bright future we were discussing. That is true, that's what you were doing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gear from him? My gear is rather worn down and I do need the money from repairs. Yes, Chris's future is bright indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holy Fist. Yeah, train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for ya. Ha ha ha. Maybe he needs to sit down and stop coughing. But anyways, with that, we'll happily take some urgent tin pieces and have more. Oh yeah, I did clean out my inventory, other than some books. So yeah, the next one is at level 10, which means it's time for us to consider our hunting log. Hooray! What have we not done? Warborns in Central, Nesting in Western, Spriggans in Central, Goblins in Western, Western for Sandtoads, Western is for pretty much all those, except the Fs. Okay, so a lot of stuff in Central and Western because that's how it is. Welcome to the early levels. Literally, the early levels, we only have to do it for Purgilist, Rogue, and Marauder. Doing Purgilist now makes sense, and then running around Rogue and as Rogue and Marauder for the random limbs a bunch. Besides, we actually have their level 5 quests still, so we'll definitely be doing those in due time. Anyways, off we go to find the mobs that we are to strike down. Like these ore bombs. Second wind, we'll happily put over here for now. As at least it's a way of getting some little bit of health back. Which one's also central again? Ah, yeah, springs. I'll go this way. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with how often I heard Flash from Persona 5 and Persona 5X, and honestly, that's good to help keep the vibes going. And honestly, apparently it was on PCs before it came to the West, and it's like, oh, I wouldn't know. I legit wouldn't know these things. I don't actively peruse stuff about games that aren't out in the West. Oh, we don't need to kill this one. I just started punching aimlessly. Oops. Oh, nice. Because we don't need to fight alone. We do, however, have an hunting log. Santos count as Western, so F's. They're in the clutch. And Survivor Rats is another 2 minutes, so yeah, I won't be able to do that. It also has a chronotage down there. Anyway, F's over here. They're level 10, but that shouldn't be an issue. After all, we've got ourselves a Trinity. Doing it in freeform when we're not doing something hyper-specific is fine. But yeah. Cleaning up the hunting log as we do. Jumping up and down as well. Yeah. Just head on over to Western Valland, and everything else can be cleaned up on that side. It's nice and sunny out today, and that's good. I think I might have did too much yesterday, in fact, a little bit. I did quite a load of stuff. I mean, let's face it, 4 hours of Persona 5X, and then there was the stream in the morning, which was what, a good 2 hours. Like, I streamed a good chunk yesterday, and then I also did work in the garden because I've got to clean up some a good bit of it, and then I went outside and got shot on by a bird. So, no, busy day yesterday. My back's still feeling. In fact, it is something. I do. We're on the level where we're actively going to get attacked. Some main swarms there. These dusty mongols appeared at the right time, really. We're actually under that fate. Huh. But I'll take it. I'll do this fate. We're here. And these dusty mongols are going to just get in my way. At the end of the day, if this works as intended, we'll get more experience. And we can still clean up anyway. The band's be nearby anyway, right, until we hit level 15, we kind of have to do Fates and Hunting Log, but there's not really any other options. Right, now that that's dealt with, let's punch another Sun Mini Storm. Hey, we hit level 10, hooray! Just that's us, the sweet science! Sometimes are down here. Don't forget that. Just to be fair, there's no quest that outright takes it down here that's in the main story. And the only other quests I've done that required me going down here is like from level 20 quest. That's pretty it. Break Sweep is a nice little way of stunning. Right for the moment, just to have it on hand. Besides, we mainly focus in tons of Purgalist at the moment. Our main focus is just meant to be the simple, is the very simple just 1, 2, 3 combo of Boot Shine, 2 Strike and Snap. It becomes more complicated later, almost suddenly, but for now, at least it means we're moving our thumb from one button to another. Which I like. Was the goblins needed? Yes, the goblin monkeys are needed. Log available to us now, so we can hop on over to cover our mine and blow up some bombs in due time. Now though, let us head back to the Purgalist Guild and grab the quest of burning up the Quarter Malm. Oh, since it's on WoW. Oh, tortoise. I know I cool like, I know when I hear like on like a Pokemon video like Miss Magius, and I'm like, ah yes, Miss Magius. It's like I'm not pronouncing the I, even though the I is pronounceable. It's weird, you know. And oh, you know what? I don't know my basketball, right? I know who Shaquille O'Neal is. I know who Shaq is. Shaquille O'Neal. I know who he is. But that's more just because of outside of basketball. Of course, WWE 2K25 has new DLC, and it has some basketball stuff in it, including Tyrese Halliburton. I called him Tyson Halliburton. So you know, I'm sure the basketball fans will love that news. I don't know. It'd be like if there was an American football player added, and I'd be like, ah yes, confidently incorrect name of that, and American football fans would be able to complain. I'm not even going to try naming one because I don't follow American football. I think American football's rather shite. Ah, there you are, Chris. I see you've been training hard as ever. Your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basic combinations. Today I would have you build on that knowledge. I set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild along the merchant strip. By way of a warm-up, I want you to deal each with a solid boot-shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. So, yeah. Our first thing to do right now is just use boot-shine on a bunch of dummies. So I stopped beating up the populace of Older and started beating up these striking dummies. And other such fun words to say. Anyways. Off we go to do the thing that is over this way. Going back to Harmon and talking to me. I did it. I punched a bunch of dummies. So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath. Good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in the pugilist arsenal. It goes like this. Legion with boot shine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. Pardon me. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now you'll need some opponents to practice on. The Coquin that infest the rat's nest in Central Fairyland ought to serve. Hit them with snap punch 3 times and clear a lesson well learned. So yeah, we just straight up head on over to the Coquin shell sweepers and just punch them in the face very hard. Simple enough objective. So again, that means running up to the other gate. Away. We're just going to keep running past a worried weaver. I'd be worried too if I had nothing to do but stand there until someone goes, hey, I want to do the thing you do. So, you know. To punch quickens because they are so punchable. Why do they look so punchable? It may be just the way they look. It's just like how a woman dresses. Okay, now that's just misogynistic. I apologize. I should have said just like how the way men dress. Because no one ever says that. Whenever it's always, oh, what was the woman wearing? What was the man wearing? Unless the man was wearing nothing at all, in which case that explains a lot as to how sexual assault occurs. Because not everyone needs to see the withered penis of a middle-aged man who gets his box off by being very much criminal. But we did it! We have beaten up some Crickwins! That's it. But quite literally, that's all there is. Building up the Court of Mountains is now done. Man, these prejudice quests are easy. It's almost like as if these are DPS quests, and so it's literally just got to tell you, so anyway, here's a way to deal more damage, and then once you've done the more damage, that's it really. It's more just now, congratulations on doing more damage. Now you understand how to deal more damage. Like dealing more damage. Because you do damage. Like, even a good number of like healing and tanky related ones have, you still have to meddle with shenanigans when it comes to dealing damage. Like, you know what, I've just noticed something. Where the fuck's my minion? My fat cat's just decided it doesn't want to exist. Yeah? You've already mastered the snap punch combination. Crikey, Chris. You're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Harmon has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but though these never amount to a demonstration, his favourite is his victory over the fearsome warder Wide Axe. He fell with a combination so swift and seamless they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. That one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, our progress is truly astounding, Chris. If I don't keep on my toes, you'll like to surpass me in a matter of moons. What even is a moon? Just between you and me, Chuchuto's been a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Boo-Boo Kuta's the lad's name. And he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. Two of them were born to refugees and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in, clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. Would that we knew what's become of Rurukuta. But we're talking about you, Chris. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Give up the good work, yeah? Alright. Quest complete! Yay! And we get Bloodbath, it's a passive thing that we have, so and then now we've got a bit more of a claw shape fist weapon. So, you know, that means that this does give us a little bit more range. It's like, now I can use this to be even more cat-like. Isn't that great, Fat Cat? And you didn't even move when I moved. You've been truly lazy, you adorable little thing. But okay, so yeah, the next quest on the horizon for us with Pugilist requires us to now get to level 15. So might as well head over to Western Farland and punch some bombs, as it were. Not like there's not much else we can do. Well, I mean, maybe there's a fail or two we could maybe do. But that's dependent on which ones have spawned. More than anything else. Oh yeah, Chocobo did gain a round. So we've got 9 SP we can spend. Ah, yeah, that's why healing's not going to be as effective. Enhanced critical hit, why not? And then, yeah, some health isn't a bad idea either. Right, okay, right. Bombs. Bombs, 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 bombs. There be the bombs. There be the bombs. The bombs be bombing. And we be breaking them. Two, 4, 3, 4, 4 levels. Easy enough. Let's see, so Central, Central, Western, 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 Eastern, and then these are all Western ones. And except for the voted bogies, which are in Western as well, so that'll be like level 20, so We're going to deal with some of the ones over this way and see if that gets us to 15 buzzards are dealt with in terms of their overall amount. Double trouble, it's not really that. And 2 Scaphites. We probably running the daily reset is 1% of 5x because that could influence when I stream. Right. Do all that for 1 level, okay, then it's simple, so, and the giant tortoises we'll find all over the place, so, both in Western and Central Valheim, so, and sentries are either there or I gotta say, recently I've been on a big Magic the Gathering thing with the Final Fantasy decks, and it's like at the end of the day, and boosters and all that, and it's like, it's cool, but that's the thing really, even if you don't play the cards, is the art. It's like with the Thunder Junction pre-con I bought a little bit ago, where it's like the 2 cards I got in a small collector booster. It's like, I love the design of the card. Like, I can't use Primal Command, it's a green card and I don't have a green deck at the moment. So, a bit hard for me to play it. And I'm on level 17, that's not good. So, the workers are here. And the sentries over this way. I forget where they are. They're this way because... should be. Big ants, murdering them, punching them in the face for their crime. But being ants, so somewhat big, they better not be stealing all my food. Trial punching. See, I use all of what I've got to be able to stop Avatar from even getting to attack. Like, there are so many ways to just counter creatures, like remember Kragtar being like a big beat stick essentially? It feels like it's your wing. I think in practice the Jumbo Kragtar card is very much just that you have built your deck around it kind of affair, where it's like you are very much going for the strategy of being over with it. And it's like, add it to the Final Fantasy X deck and there's like 50 different ways to gain trample in that deck. Hell, Spear Grid is a green card, Jumbo Kragtar is a green card. Put 2 and 2 together. And you'll realise that, oh shit, it's very easy for it to have trample. And frankly, it's not a card that has things like Shroud or Help, Annihilator, Poison Counter, so you know. It could have made it a lot worse. Is what I'm saying. I like how I like, oh, I don't think really any vehicles that are going to be any good as a commander. You couldn't really play. And then I see like a video by someone and they're like, actually no, these cards are good. And it's like, I mean yeah, if it specializes you in a way that allows you to just continuously utilize them to such a good extent, then maybe, but still one's that risk. Not working out in the way that you want it to. Sometimes we can listen, that's fun. Dude, strike con stops that apparently. To move over this way. Yep. There's something about Pokemon as well. Just sign up for it. Actually doing more than I would like it to be doing to me. Yep, level 15, Link Bump. We now have access to the dungeons. Hooray! Is there? It's on this side. Butterfly forms, fineless air, and the corpse nobles. Okay. Actually, game. And of course, we've got access to the next quest. The spirit is willing, but the body is bruised. Because it would appear that we are going to be stuck on a planet of Amazon women, and they're going to cause us to be death by Snoo. Though I'm not a green alien, that seems to be wanted by all of them. So, damn you, Kif, you lucky bastard. Anyway. Who's on my arm there? Such a show. bunch of level 35 quests and then like level 18 quests. So that means that those quests are more in line with when you're here right before going to Corfast. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we can fight the imps actually while we're here. They're literally just over here. I know I'm probably gonna end up being L16 then, but nah, it's not bad. Any amount of experience I can do now. Of course, this weekend is starting champions, which is surprising. I wonder if we keep going to Saturday, which I'm not surprised by this. Why would they suddenly have to change up just because some other country happens to be doing it? I just wish the cheats didn't have like, we've got all the inside scoops as to when the planes are leaving. What, you mean use the same tracker that everybody else uses when they want to track when rich people use private jets to go places, like public airline planes to move a whole bunch of people all going to their job. Wow! Oh, such insight, such things that I would need to spend $9.99 on, or however much Fightful asks you to give them. Like, seriously, just... They are... just so... Imagine your industry is filled with nothing but... That's what it feels like sometimes. Wrestling, journalism, where it's just like, you think that there would be maybe a level of understanding, but no, it's just shy, it's sloppy. Makes you think, man, wrestling sucks. It's talking as AEW thing. Nothing's apparently really good. Which then shows their true colours at all times. Thank God the internet marks want the internet mark to succeed. How dare. Right. Onwards to the level 15 quest. Ugh. Ow. My back. The spirit is willing. There you are, Chris. Have you come prepared for a lesson? Today I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unruly hair. But make no mistake, son. These toads are huge, which means they have huge guts. But that's besides the point. The point is you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well, so bide your time and wait for an opening. And when that opening shows, whack! Rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchuto and I will be waiting for you at Blackbush Station. Your lesson continues there. So yeah, we'll just tap over to Blackbush. See what's the hassle. And the toxic toads, they're over this way. Bomb spamming right. Over here in the clutch. There he is. What's in the hunting log? So that's a little unfortunate. So considering hunting logs was one born, plus this thing one born. No, not everything is being hunting log for X reasons. To Blackbrush. Not it. Do that for a moment, and do I have the text bit still? Yeah, I do. So if anyone nips in all of a sudden, I'll see that that's the case. That would explain a bit. Ugh. Ugh. The price of evil. Yeah. Oh, it's your fucking nightmare. Right. All of that pain and misery now dealt with. And, oh, we were gone long enough for the chocobo to be going in half a minute. No. You know what? It's not worthwhile. We'll just let one out. As we're being cutscene anyway, probably soonish, because... Oh, no. That's it, plan today's lesson as well. Good luck to both of us. Yep, good luck to the pair of us. So, did you bring me the toad legs? Why, yes, here are 5 toxic toad legs. When did people shut? No, it didn't. Okay, good. So, it's not windy enough for that. Anyway. Hi, this is the White. Now, I just need some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... Master. What I meant to say was, you've done well to defeat the toxic toads. For your next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true! Harmon Holy Fist is really here! Ooh! It's Harmon Holy Fist! Ha ha ha! I can take nary a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans such as the price of fame. Please, sir, I have grave need of your legendary skills. The Somnus is being smuggled through Blackbush Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turn a blind eye. Somnus? That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. A dear friend suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling, but I'm just an ordinary person, and there's precious little I can do. Ha ha ha! You've done enough to bring word to me, friend. For as surely as Harmon Holy Fist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You truly are a hero to us all. Slight change of plans, Chris. In place of the endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people at Blackbush Station. Right back once you've learned something. So yes, gathering information. Simple enough. Searching for some smugglers, you say? Well, they are associated with the Aliquin, coalition of cold-blooded criminals, but beware, they always act in alliance. Enjoy the Aliquin. Ooh. There is an abandoned Cricken lair, a short distance west of the Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for a smuggling operation, when you say? Well, you say abandoned, but there's plenty of Crickens over that direction. Entering to Tututo over here, it appears a silver-haired Lotterfell has been skulking about the station recently. He was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden. Well, maybe that's the smuggler. Oh, Harmon, we've collected the clues. The Aliquin, a likely hideout, the silver-haired Lotterfell. I don't like the sound of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Cricken lair west of the Coffin. We'll lie in wait for them there. Yes, abandoned. Which explains the Crickens I fought and murdered in a different quest. Not even a couple of hours prior. Like seriously, like, oh look! Look at this abandoned Cricken lair! Look at how abandoned it is! Of course, this puts us in a duty, so we'll have to deal with that. Oh, I'm glad that I was able to sort that out, because, yeah, thankfully it looks like that's not an issue whatsoever, thankfully. Fouls, bulls, that's... we've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar's bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move. Wurukuta, it is you, isn't it? Chututo and Master, it's been a while. You guys from the guild and nary a word? We find you here smuggling summons with those villains? What is the meaning of this? Wurukuta, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so you could become a pox in society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chututo, Chris, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers. Throw your training You're fighting the Alloquin. Have no fear, we're students of Harmon Holy Fist. I don't. Star Mammoth. The mammoth's all yours. Well, for a brief moment now, you could hear we being all like, well, we got free. And so they flee right into Harmon Holy Fist. Harmon Holy Fist, just our luck. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly or there will be trouble. Holy Fist, don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What the hell are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds training alone. From a distance I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels and was about to call out when I saw this. This tiny little mammoth. You would challenge the Holy Fist. You have fighting spirit, I grant you that. But you do well to know your limits. So be it. Yeah. Master. You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot. Blah, blah, blah. Master! All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. The gods are cruel. Master, what's the meaning of this? Explain yourself! Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot, a common bleeding marmot. It would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my eyes! Wait till Master Wegfar learns of this! So he's all washed up, whether due to age, due to him being maybe a sham all along, who knows? Forgive me, Chichuto, Chris. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Hamon Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strengths, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I would be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do as Chichuto bids, Chris. Well, and so we'll go and talk to Chichuto at the Badger's Guild, although Chichuto's right here. Can't believe it. How did Master become so weak? Well, Chichuto, the lesson of the day is age. You see, when human beings get old, since he's a Ha, that's close to human, they tend to start witheling up and dying. Because that's what happens. The body grows weak. The body starts going downwards in terms of health and slowly breaks away at the seams until the body just goes like that's it, I'm done. Sometimes it's hard to watch as it happens to the ones who care about the most. It's a cold, hard, honest truth. And it sucks. So anyway, we're going to have to help Harmon get back into the groove of things in the next couple of quests. There's someone standing on the railing. Gotta be careful on that idea. You might slip, fall, break your neck on the ground. And then who's going to clean up the body? Probably some poor sod that has no choice in the matter. But yes, Harmon will now just be there, but you're not going to be talking to him at the moment. Chichuto, however, on the other hand, been doing some thinking, Chris. Well, it is true that Master has been deceiving us. He meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. Could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, if the truth of his condition revealed, Master Harmon has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Chris, Master even said that you remind him of his younger self. Were he to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare to hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. It's an idea. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Harmon used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Still Peak, it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Chris, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Harmon beholds you, you'll surely be moved to action. Or at least we hope that to be the case. Now we'll take our bronze pieces and leave. But yeah, still Peak. It means that when we get our chakra going, now we get the chakra gate. Hooray! It indicates the number of chakra currently opening 5 of them allows for the execution of Still Peak. That's literally all it does. So yes, we now have a move. And we also have Still Meditation, which is of that. So I can do it outside combat and just get 5 instantaneously. Lovely stuff. As that's how it works. But in combat you only get 1 at a time, and I believe it is a trait we'll be needing. No, we don't even get it as, no, or maybe it's an action. No, maybe not even that. But at some point, critical hits of this can boost them. I think we have to actually be a monk for that, though, as we only get the enhanced Greased Lightning in level 20, and then the enhanced Second Wind and enhanced Fate currently. So, yeah. Right. With that, Purgalist is now able to get into dungeons, and we've got no quests until level 20. So that means in terms of ones that we can't hop into dungeons with right now, that'd be Marauder and Rogue. Other than that, Thaumaturge needs at least a toto-rak one. Maybe Hunting Log Shenanigans, and then boom into Hawkeye to get to the point of being at level 30. And we have got a quest that we can, the level 25 quest, so it's not like we There's not like boots, I just completely just I'm being like this and I'll just be pressing the B button. Sadly, that's going to be the case with the other classes right now because they're only level 7 and they don't do as much. Well, they do stuff. Rogue has combo stuff as well. Just, there's just that warmth I just feel in the back of my head right now. Just having it more towards the window right now is just not good. But leaning more towards the Xbox and the Xbox here. If I lean towards the computer, actually the computer's not too bad actually. If it's just the computer, it probably wasn't the worst thing ever. Ugh. Like, I'm not struggling to keep my eyes open. I feel rather just weird. And part of that was because I needed to it actually hurt this. To be honest, I think I'm just not in a good shape at the moment. Yesterday, I just had to keep doing things. I just had to keep doing stuff, and then everything happened, and then just be like, no, I'm not doing anything. I don't even want to head outside today. I'll be doing the risk of crying again. So, you know, fun. It's the summer, so this is not surprising in the slightest that what's going on. In terms of the heat, but we're not in a heat wave anymore, but like it's still warm, it's still hot as hell at times. So, you know, just gotta make do what we got. I've got a bit of orange juice in this cup, so. Like, you know what? Let's journal. I'll do that. Oh no, it's just slang things. Fuck it, let's go rogue. Let's go rogue. Teleport to more bay and go from there. Get the Orleans. Back in Windsor for a moment. We can do dungeon ones later. The thing is that's going to eat up time, but actually gives a good chunk of experience. So. At the end of the day, I'm trying to get all the job stones. At the end of the day, I'm obviously going to probably play Scholar a bit, but yeah. These are good Aurelias, even though, so yeah, objective, and it is the hunt or rogue. Congratulations! You got a bunch of experience out of it as well. Yay! Hiding Lord has a bunch of stuff that's down, and a bunch of stuff that's middle. So we can mess around with Hunter a little bit, but we'll also I'm stalling myself. I'm thinking that somehow doing this will help me out. It's not. I need to be in a room that's less stuffy. This room's getting too stuffy. I need to. I'll do something else later.